Howdy, folks. I've got a little comic review for you. By little, I mean it's a little comic. It's rather small. It's shorter and oddly shaped. Kind of when I got it, it said, "Oh, this looks like one of those old strip books I used to get with Garfield or Calvin and Hobbes. You know, the newspaper strip books. They were always shaped like this, and I was not sure if it was worth the price point because it's $14.95 normal price for a graphic novel. This is looks like half a graphic novel. When I read it, it was dense. I don't know how many pages it is, but it might be a good solid 4 or 5 issues of a regular comic. That's my guess. So it's all there. I mean, it's good, and it's not all shrunken down inside, as you can see. It's just normal artwork and whatnot. It's by Keenspot. Some people on Belgab might know what that means. It does have a Belgab connection, so they'll get all giddy about that if they can figure it out. But it's a good book. First of all, I'm going to say it's great. Really good. Really fun. Really interesting. Really weird. Just really silly. That's all I can say about the idea. Adjectives towards it is silly and whimsical. It feels like kids playing make-believe in a way. And I have a feeling that's after having read Marry Me, a couple floppies, and now this. I think that's what Keenspot does. And I did read I read the vampire book, and that was not whimsical. That was good. Interesting horror. Really weird take on the vampire. I like that take. But I think they mostly lean towards, kind of silly, whimsical stuff, which is great. Everyone has their direction. You got IDWs and others leaning on licensed characters. You've got this and that, so everyone's doing something different out there, which is what's good. You don't want everyone doing the same stuff. The story is about a schlub. That's true. His name's Willie Schlub. He's just a schlub. He lives in his aunt's basement. He plays laser games, I think, or something. He plays games. He's just living there. All of a sudden, these hot girls from the future show up, and they convince him that he saves the world in the future, and that he's their hero. And he's like, whatever, okay. He kind of reminds me of that. What's his name's character? Oh, God, I can't remember his name. The guy. Just like basically his whole skit is just okay, and that's it. So that's gonna drive me nuts, but I'll remember him. But he does a character that they show up and say, "Oh, you're the Keymaster, pleasing." Okay, and then he'll just wander off looking for something else to do. That was the skit from Saturday Night Live. Willie's just like, "Oh, okay, I'm the hero, whatever. I'm not a hero." And they take him to the future because they realize they have to go get him to go do the thing that he's going to do. And then from there on, it's just a wild ride. Silliness, semi-adult situations. It is a teen-rated book, 13 and up. That seems about right. No nudity, but sexual suggestions and whatnot. And you really... I can't give you more of a synopsis of what happens than that. Anything else would be spoiling it, and it's also just like, I don't know, it's just, like I said, it's like kids playing make-believe, where someone just all of a sudden says, well, I had a bazooka, and they pretend to pull out a bazooka, and goes, well, I have anti-bazooka spray, and they spray themselves, just... That's kind of how this book goes the whole way through, where everything's like a revelation that's just insane. It's fun. It is worth the money. It doesn't seem like it, but it's not a quick sit down and read it in 2 minutes book. It's dense, it's solid, it's fun. And I'm going to be reading more Keen Spot, but I kind of like to bounce back and forth in my genres. I'm reading Lumberjanes right now, so that's going to be my next review, and I thank you all for listening to me ramble. Bye, folks.